We've made the point that God measures success by faithfulness, not by the balance in your checking account, not by your stock portfolio, not by your personal appearance, whether others think you're beautiful or handsome, not by your ability to maybe dunk a basketball or make a sale. God measures success by faithfulness to Him. We saw the idea that we need to be faithful in who we are, the real deal. We need to be faithful in what we have. And today we see that we need to be faithful in what we do. In Colossians chapter 3, verse number 17, we find the principle that we need Bible authority for everything that we do. He says, "And whatever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through Him." And then he goes on and he talks about some of the ways that that will be manifested in a person's life. If you're interested in doing the things that God authorizes. Number 1, verse 18, "Wives, be submissive to your own husbands, as is fitting in the Lord." A faithful wife is going to be submissive to her husband. Now, I know that's not popular, and I'm not talking about being submissive to a brute that slams you around, throws you around the house, and hurts the children. A wife has no business doing that. But likewise, we read about husbands in verse number 19. "Husbands, love your wives, and do not be bitter toward them." Over in Ephesians chapter 5, there Paul would say, "Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ loved the church and gave Himself for her." It's much easier for a wife to love that kind of a husband. Verse number 20, "Children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well-pleasing to the Lord." Successful children are those who are obedient children. And then he goes on and he says, "Fathers, do not provoke your children lest they become discouraged." You know, it's one thing to break a strong-willed child, but you do not want to break their spirit. And fathers need to be compassionate, and fathers need to be patient, and don't expect a 40-year-old head to be on a 14-year-old's shoulders. And then he goes on and he says, "Bondservants," or we might think of employees, "Bondservants, obey in all things your masters." We need to be good employees, good employers. We need to be people who are honest in what we do. Are you faithful in those areas of your life? You see, because Christianity, I want you to get this, being a faithful Christian is not something you just merely do on Sunday. It's who you are. Join us again tomorrow.